Hi, and welcome back to Sailing Vessel MIG. This week is the second part of our video on Sailing Vessel Ramble On. They have a YouTube channel. If you haven't checked it out, please do so. And their boat is a Tayana 37, and in my opinion, it's probably the best Tayana 37 out on the ocean right now. I hope you really enjoy this video as much as I enjoyed making it, and I hope you really do check out their channel. It's great. Thanks a lot.
So this is the bowsprit. The inner stay used to be lag bolted into the top of the bowsprit, and that was letting water get in, and it was a little rotten. So when I built the bowsprit, we had the windlass bracket fabricated so as to create a metal tab attached to it, so that you can attach the inner stay. The bowsprit has stainless steel tubes epoxied into it that the bolts all pass through, so everything's through bolted. So there's no
water ingress.
Water ingress into the actual wood structure. Exactly.
Oh, I did not do that on mine.
We had to build the Samson posts. I've got those Samson posts go 4 feet down into the chain locker through the deck. So those are
they go all the way down.
Those are laminated sapele.
Wow,
yeah.
Look at that.
So
they ain't going anywhere.
No, they're glassed to a bulkhead inside. And then the electric windlass was an upgrade later on after I got tired of grinding chain. We got 275 feet of chain and 150 feet of 8-plate road spliced to the chain, and that
just the one anchor up here.
Yeah, I got one anchor. I've got a fortress in the back, but I haven't spliced it up to the. It's actually for a stern anchor, but I can use it up front if I need to as a secondary.
Yeah, or connect it to
I
the
love
front.
That Vulcan, dude. That thing hooks.
Yeah, that's amazing.
The first time, every time.
All right. Did you redo the deck then too?
So this thing came with teak decks. So we pulled the teak decks out and glassed over 6,000 screws that were in the core. So from the chain plates all the way forward down the side decks, all the way up to the Samson posts, cut all the skins off, peeled them up, replaced all the coring, and then glassed everything down. New core. We used the same skins and then glassed over.
Oh, okay.
Then new non-skid.
Yeah.
There's, we did it several years ago. It was probably 7 or 8 years ago we did that. So it's been getting abused in the meantime.
I like your setup for your staysail.
Yeah, so that's a self-tacker. That's
came with so nice. Boat. Did it have these mass pulpits here?
No, so those were, I drew up
I like those.
I drew up a diagram and sent it to Railmakers in Costa Mesa.
Oh!
And so Railmakers does the stuff for the
I
West
want
sails.
those.
And this is the Bud Taplin bun hugger design with the curve.
Bun hugger.
Yeah, they call it the bun hugger.
Yeah.
And
that's what I wonder if they make them small enough for MIG.
You could
like
make
little
them whatever
ones,
size
right?
you want.
Wouldn't that be great?
I have the cowl
That's what I
guards
need.
made, so the staysail doesn't rip the cowls off.
Oh, those weren't on there either.
No. So
yeah,
those pulpits and the cowl guards were something I drew up and measured across and did the deck camber. So you got to calculate.
Oh yeah,
right. Feet on.
Yeah.
They make them where they're kind of like the stanchion bases, where you got set screws holding tubing. And we changed all that. I wanted it welded solid so nothing comes off. And
man, those are awesome.
Dude, coming out of Monterey, man, it was blowing like 25, and we were up here pulling a reef in. And
yeah.
I'm up against these things, and they're pretty stable. So.
Norman, did you see these?
I see those.
That's what we need, man.
I like the pulpits. It's.
I don't know if they fit. I don't know if we can. We just don't have a lot of room.
It does take up deck space.
Jenny, did you make these covers for your fuel tanks?
Yeah, I did.
She's a master of this sewing stuff. And did you replace all the rigging? Yeah, you did, huh? Most of it anyway.
New chain plate. The chain plates used to be inside the tow rails.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's how they did those.
Yeah.
Is that bronze? It
bronze.
Is.
They made those in Port Townsend.
Yeah.
Port Townsend Foundry made those for me. They've done probably a dozen of these boats now.
Huh.
So
lots of people are doing that.
Lots of people are converting these.
I made MIGs, bronze chain plate myself.
Yeah, bronze is pretty nice metal to work with. So back when I did these, back when I did the rigging, I ordered the Hain high mod terminals. So they're swaged fittings up at the loft, and down at deck level they're
The Haynes.
the compression fittings or whatever.
Yeah.
But the turnbuckles, I ordered them as unchromed bronze. Dodger, and we got that made in Richmond, California.
There.
And a lot of these Tayanas, they have these real flat Dodgers.
This is
The guy that built this for us really put some thought into it. And I like the laid back design. It kind of slopes and it's got a nice curve to it.
Yeah, it looks really nice. Super nice. What's the size of the panels?
175s.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
350 watts, and it's not enough.
Yeah.
But it is what we can fit on the boat.
Never is. So now your cockpit storage, you've got, this is probably propane, right?
It was.
Oh, okay.
Now it's anchored.
And now, yeah, that's right,
Ground
because
up.
you guys have changed to all electric cooking, right?
Yeah. No compressed gas on the boat.
Yeah. And look at this, people. Let's open that
So
up.
those locker lids, the original ones I built were glass over plywood, and they failed, so I put crucible.
You built these?
Made these
Yeah.
out of crucible.
Oh man, look at those things. Look at how deep this is.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean-
about 6 feet deep. I've had this lid fall closed on me before while I'm in there.
There's a shelf like this one on this side too.
That's so big. It's funny because we're on such a small boat, we like look at stuff like this with a whole new eye. It's funny. All right. Anything else out? It looks like you have a beta.
We do.
Yeah. Right on.
40.
You guys put it in?
Yeah. So both
That's
came
what
with the
that
Perkins.
43 is what I had on Wandering Dolphin. We put it in new.
Yeah.
Man, it's such a nice
Wonderful.
motor. Yeah.
Quiet. It's
Yeah.
way quieter than the
And
Perkins.
You know, so Beta really thinks through everything, like how are you gonna change your oil? They have everything all set up so it's easy to access when you order it. Oh, I love
The pump, the hand pump that pumps the oil out.
Yeah,
It's
built
from the
onto
bottom
it.
of the sump, which is brilliant.
Yeah.
I had
So
the dipstick thing that you had to suck the oil out of on the Perkins. It only pulled about. It left a quart sitting in there practically.
yeah.
So you always got a quart of dirty oil. Plus the Perkins leak like a sieve.
So we go below. A long way. You want to start in the V berth or?
Come on in, Norm.
There's we do have a cat.
Okay.
And she hates everybody.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's probably gonna run, but she's right
Look at
there.
her.
Right now.
What's her name?
Twitchell.
Twitchell.
Yeah, that was the island that she was born on.
Wow, it's beautiful. So beautiful.
Oh yeah, it's. I mean, we actually had this
Such a nice kitty. Yeah, it's all right.
shore power
I'm not
plug.
gonna bug you. So here's the V berth.
Yeah, it needed to be changed.
Look at that.
As long as the cat don't book.
So much room.
It's freaked out.
And then, so there's lots of storage under that V berth, I assume.
Yeah. So there's
There's a 90-gallon
full locker there. Most
Oh,
of it's
wow.
a diesel tank.
Uh-huh.
The diesel tank's underneath.
And your chain locker up in there. Try not to scare her. Oh, and this is the kitty spot?
Yeah.
Check out this hanging locker and drawers. So much storage.
There's bilge
And this
storage.
is the head.
Yep,
Can,
that's
can I
it.
open it? Wow. And it's a wet head. You can take showers and
Yeah.
isn't that beautiful? Nice. And then is the cabinet there that looks like a refrigerator? Is that just storage?
Yeah, you could lift it up. There's just
Did you guys do that or is?
yeah, it was a garbage can.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, it's big.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Little.
We don't need a garbage can that big.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah, and then storage there.
So much room. Look at this.
Down below. Too.
Norman, you're gonna have to come check out the size of this head. You can actually move around in it.
Right now, we're locked out, tagged out. We're sitting in our holding tank. We're offshore. We pump our shit right on board.
Wow.
So the ceiling, when
That's what's
we had to
not
take the
finished.
ceiling down to fix some leaks and rebed some hardware, and then we put
So you just need to sand this and.
So this
You're
had,
gonna leave it, or?
there's actually a piece here,
There was
Yeah.
a strip
over the top,
of teak,
and that's what
Covering
burned in
those
the shed,
screws.
all of our replacement.
Oh, okay. Wow.
and then we
So-
just said, "I'm not going to do it."
We just
Can
said-
you just kind of sand this down and varnish it? I mean, it looks nice
It's
to
like
me.
glue.
I would.
Like this is
Oh,
like
it is?
glue, yeah. Because
Oh, I see.
It was
It's
glued.
the visible screw heads that were just sort of randomly installed.
But you're not gonna put like a overhead or anything on this.
No,
You're gonna
it's
just.
We were just gonna put some wood pieces here.
Yeah.
Like teak is what we had.
Yeah.
And I told him, let's just do something different.
Jeez. I would probably never do anything. I kind of looks. I kind of like it actually.
Well, I like it. I mean, I really like
mean-
this.
The
least I like
laminated
that.
battens,
Yeah.
ribs were nice.
Yeah, it looks really. If that was varnished, it would look really good.
Yeah.
You don't think you could like clean that off and?
Oh, probably, but I don't want to do
Yeah.
that.
Some of the wood got
Sounds like a
gouged.
mess,
We had to pull
doesn't
it
it?
off. It was a big old long.
What's this?
Oh, I made these. These are just
Storage.
storage cubbies.
so cool.
we just
Keep
you
stuff from spilling off the shelf.
we have
Yeah.
some quarter turn stuff here, so we got like a printer and stuff.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
yeah, nothing falls.
And you
which is
did the
nice.
cushions?
I did all the cushions. I did the pillows.
Right on.
Yeah, I did all these.
Yeah, aren't those nice?
Yeah.
So when I did mine, they were all like this, and then I put those
Buttons.
buttons.
Yeah.
I really like them.
Yeah.
My wife was, don't put the buttons in, and then we did it, and she's like, oh,
Yeah,
That's
I
nice.
needed to put buttons in there. I just never did.
they're
it.
easy to do.
Like that.
You could do them anytime if you wanted to.
Yeah.
So is this hard backed, these cushions? No. Oh, they're super easy to do.
Oh
then.
yeah, they're just and then there's
Yeah.
storage stuff.
And
back
all the
here,
storage you can
all that's
imagine.
Storage.
The
That's
storage
actually
under there.
pretty much empty. That locker, we just don't have anything to put in it.
Oh, can you imagine that, Norman? Having space that you actually.
Need to find something to put in.
Yeah. Oh, what should we put in there? I don't know. We don't really have anything we need to put in
Figure
there.
out what to do with it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and then this is all storage under here too.
This used to have drawers. These are 3 drawers, and I tore the drawers off, tore the drawer fronts off, and mounted them to the thing.
So it's
So this is a slide out double.
oh,
This table
cool.
drops down and makes a double,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
we
let's
don't
see
have
that.
we didn't make the cushion arrangements for that to be a double.
So this is kind of what they're doing on Magic Carpets. They
The
turned
other
that into
thing
that.
is you also have the lee cloth.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So it's
so it comes
super
up here.
nice.
Yeah, it comes up to here and there.
Yeah.
And then
When we're watching TV, this thing slides out.
Oh, look
like
at
this,
yeah.
and then we kick back and we watch TV on that monitor.
I gotta say though, that's about the size of my little bed on Mig, my forward. Oh yeah, yeah. Come on. Maybe not quite as long. It's not as long.
It's not long for sure.
It's kind of cut in the corner, but that's pretty cool. So that's something you guys did.
This is something we did. I modified this settee and put now so it's like when it slides out, you see these
Slats.
Yeah, those slats.
these slats. They're like not quite tongue and groove, but they kind of same principle. This thing slides out on those. I put all the ones that were fixed. I mounted them down with hinges, and then turned this into
Oh, look at that.
access. So this was a stack of drawers, and it was just wasted space.
Oh
There's
yeah,
like-
man, you can fill
There's like
that
3
now.
inches of dead space underneath the drawer bottoms,
There's
and I'm
steel
like,
rails
dude,
over
I
there.
just doubled my storage space.
Yep.
But it's a heavy son of a bitch.
And it's deep storage.
It's
you're
deep
just-
storage. And
You're not wanting to get into that every day or anything, but
no.
it's not like you don't have plenty of other storage that you can get into
And
easily.
we got vertical lockers, and then we got
Oh,
drawers
nice.
here, stack of drawers,
Little flip out. These just flip out.
Oh wow.
tilt downs.
Where's your Watermaker?
underneath that?
Oh, it's over
Yeah,
here.
it's on the side. So the membranes are double membranes. They're about 4 foot long.
And the membranes are under here too?
yeah.
Anticipation.
This is their Watermaker, and it's a, did you say
Cruzaro.
Cruzaro? Look at the size of those membranes. That's funny.
Yeah, it's 30
Whoa,
gallons
look
an
at
hour.
the
That's the big pump.
Man, that's a big pump.
It's a big pump.
That's, how much does it make? 30 gallons an hour?
30 gallons an hour. When it's running, it pulls about, with that, between the AC and DC together, it's about roughly 9 amps.
Wow. So double the amps is all. And I make a gallon and a half an hour. I make 30.
Yeah.
We wouldn't know what to do with 30 gallons an hour.
Nah.
Take hot showers.
No, we wouldn't, because we don't have a shower. We wouldn't even do that. We'd sell it.
You put it in the shower bag. And
We could just sell it.
Sell the water.
Yeah, we could just
And behind here we got
put a
more
thing.
dry storage.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
So there's
it
3
goes
of
all-
these.
Yeah.
It's maybe 8-10 inches deep.
Mm.
But it runs the width of the settee there.
He's got that on
that's
his
all
little
mine
boat
does.
on either side. So do you have a lee cloth on this side too?
We don't.
No, when Jenny did the upholstery, we were kind of thinking about it, and our old cushions were just weird the way it was
Like this
puzzled
was,
together.
Yeah, this was like one big cushion. So when you take it off, it's like this giant
Yeah,
thing.
you can't really.
Yeah.
And then the backrest became the one that sits on the
Middle.
table, and the table
Oh,
drops
right.
She still
down.
could do, but this is thinner. This is
Yeah.
3-inch.
Yeah.
So the table
inches,
drops, and
3
this becomes a double, but it's kind of
So do you use that cushion then
It's a
for
header.
this?
You can, but
Okay.
it's not the same size.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
You could tuck up back in that corner, and I mean,
Yeah.
we could make arrangements for a lee cloth if you want it to be on. You know,
And the
depending on which
table-
tack, but-
The table goes up and down pretty easy, or?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Spin,
got little
spin that.
little
the,
toggles.
the cat food dispenser
That's
is
great.
a little bit taller
Yeah.
than the lowered height of the table. So
Oh, just barely, huh?
yeah, and you know we take our cat pretty seriously. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's never gonna happen.
Who's gonna do that?
yeah, and then the quarter
Have
berth
that many
became the
friends.
garage. So that's
Oh, yeah,
junk
so here's-
storage back there.
Here's the quarter berth.
That looks like a half cabin.
It does. Only you just have a little hole for
Yeah.
Norm to crawl into.
Yeah.
Here's
Like,
the
we got no place else to stick that.
Super
so
nice.
Stuff it back there.
big nav station.
So this was a chart locker, and it used to have a door that swung out, and it was for storing rolled charts. So
Some of this
Oh, look at that.
I put slot extenders and
That's great.
whatever drawer slides, and made a little pantry there.
Yeah.
and the garbage can. We made that.
This was a stack of drawers. This had 2 drawers, and those 2 drawer fronts actually became the drawer fronts on the cooktop, the gimbaled cooktop and oven. So when I cut this hole out, I just matched the teak slats. Just took teak, ripped it down, put the little bevel on it, and then made the garbage can tilt out.
That's nice.
So we got that. Bob Perry, the designer of the boat, is on a Facebook group, and that picture came up, and I said, "This is what you do with this stack of drawers," and he was like, "Actually, that's not a bad idea."
Well,
Got the confirmation from the man himself.
there you go. Look at this
And
galley.
then
And then
we
they
used to have that.
changed to all electric galley.
electric galley.
Look at
Used
that.
to
They
be a
got a
force
little
tin
Cuisinart, that's just one of those little convection ovens.
from Costco.
Yeah,
Is it?
it's
Air fryer oven?
Oh, it's an air fryer oven. Oh yeah,
Don't look in there; it's disgusting.
it's cool. That's nice. That's
She
perfect.
said we could look anywhere.
And then, ooh, that's nice. That's so fancy.
So those rails, the same.
And these rails
here.
are the ones for like on yours,
Yeah,
on the Wallace.
they hold. The
And
bottom
then,
holders.
is this one of these storage or are both?
So this used to be This used to be a trash can. And
storage.
So now it's
Now
just
it's
like
storage.
deep like storage for food and whatnot.
massive.
Yeah. Did you guys change out this countertop?
Yeah, I used to have a teak
Man.
butcher block type countertop, and we pulled that out, and
Like
it had a
small
double deep sink, and we changed it for a single sink.
And then there's
Organ
a
countertops.
fridge and a freezer then?
fridge, freezer outboard. Yeah.
Look at that. Look at how thick this.
It's pretty well insulated, but it still gets a little frosting because the gasketing is never perfect.
Yeah.
That was the first thing I did, and I didn't know much about building refrigerators on a sailboat, so
Mine has a piece of foam laying
that was the first mistake I ever
Those are
made.
the-
across the top.
these are big storage.
Oh.
So that was our hanging.
Oh, and light comes on when you open the door?
Yeah. Same with
Oh,
this
that's
one.
great.
Light comes on with this one. Too.
So there was the wet locker and then the double hanging
yeah,
locker.
there's a bunch
so
of
we
food back
converted
on
that
this
wet
one,
locker
and
into
this is like dry goods
shelves,
stuff.
pantry,
Little electric
storage.
barbecue.
Yes, I love our griddler.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's nice.
We used to have
Look
one
at
of
how
those
deep
Magma
this is.
barbecues out on the back rail.
Look at
and
how
we
deep
said,
in there
you know what,
that
let's get
goes.
rid of propane altogether.
That's so cool. Did you see this? Look how deep it is.
Yeah, I can't. It's hard for me to get my arm all the way to the back.
Yeah, it's
Oh yeah, that's
way back there.
yeah, that's crazy. Awesome.
All right. How deep's your bilge?
That's the
Oh, yeah, there's-
that's the aft tank. It's 45 gallons, and then the tank up here is 35, 37, something like that.
So you can carry about almost,
70-ish.
75, yeah.
and your Watermaker's plumbed right into it.
Plumbed right into it. We can also take water from shore, plug it in.
Wow.
Or
You can
there's
fill that all your water in just over an hour.
Yeah, just
Basically.
well,
2 hours.
one tank. Yeah, 2 hours. About an hour per tank. And you run it off the Honda generator. When we're running, if we're motoring, so we got this Beta 43. And
Yeah, here we go.
put in this 250 amp Balmar alternator, and that thing at idle puts about 145 amps into the battery bank. So if we're motoring, we just make water.
This is the same motor that we had on Wandering Dolphin that we put on brand new. Maybe I'll put the picture of me kissing the motor as it was going in, as it was going up.
We had a good
kiss.
time, man. We wheeled this
It's
thing
just-
down the dock and
Doesn't it feel
picked
so
it up with the
good?
boom and
Yeah.
dropped it through the
Just the two of
containment.
us.
So
Oh, really?
We took the old one out, just the two of us, and we put the new one in.
Wow, isn't that great?
gouged up the teak pretty good there in the
Tell you
companionway
what.
when we were bringing it in. I didn't want to split the transmission and motor. I wanted to bring it in as one unit, and I probably should have just broke it in half and brought them in one at a time. But had to raise the engine beds, but everything worked out, and the shaft, had to get a shaft extension made. So there's an extra shaft coupling in there, but
Oh, okay.
haven't had any alignment issues, and everything's been running good. I got probably about 90 hours on this motor now
Wow,
since we put it in.
it's awesome.
Bilge is deep. We got deep,
Let's see if we
a
can.
couple of bilge pumps.
Oh yeah,
You can
look
that.
how deep that is.
Put that board up.
So it's a little bit grimy. Sorry, you know.
Fun.
People-
Look at how
some
deep
people just
that
take
bilge
pride in their
is.
bilges, but
I don't.
we've got a high water pump.
Yeah.
It's kind of an emergency. There's a low water pump in there. That's the primary.
Yeah, and then that big one is your high water.
The big one's the high water, and we've got these water witch switches that there is no moving parts, so it's just a solid state. When the two contacts get wet, it'll turn the switch on, and then up above that big pump
5 years.
is a high water alarm. So
Yeah, see right
if the
there.
big pump and the little pump aren't keeping up with it electrically, it sends off an alarm. And then we've got a manual bilge pump out in the cockpit, and we also have a big bilge pump here under the floor. So we got 2 manuals and 2 electric pumps in the boat.
Cool.
Holy crap, over.
Yeah.
Is that the one like Herbie's got? The, like a gallon?
Oh yeah, look at that thing.
I know, it's
That
giant.
one came
Manual.
with the boat.
Oh my goodness.
We rebuilt it.
Yeah,
Right.
that's a serious emergency manual pump there. Is that an inverter?
That's the Victron.
Yeah.
The
big
solar
3000
charge
one,
controllers.
or
Yeah.
yeah.
3030, what is it, 120 volts?
Yeah. That's the big brother of the one that I have on MiG. I have the 2000 compact one. It isn't compact for a little
The
bit.
newer ones are like Bluetooth enabled.
Yeah, well, you can get a little dongle. You know,
Yeah.
they work great.
Do they?
Oh yeah, so easy. You just put them right in line,
Okay.
and then it does everything that
You can
the
see
Bluetooth
everything on
ones.
your phone.
Yep.
We added, so we got this is a bilge counter, so it tells you how many times your bilge pumps ran when you hit the cycle button. And
My bilge counter's right here. I just say, how many times did you run the bilge?
yeah, how many times have you had to pump? Yeah, so that's about it. Just little things here and there, fans to make it comfortable.
Yeah.
Everything's LED lighting. We put all the lighting in underneath the deck, the
Yeah.
side decks.
Awesome.
And they've got little dimmers on them, so you can turn.
Oh, that's nice. And you can change the color of them, or
No, it's just that warm white light.
yeah. All right. I think that's good for the boat tour part. Oh wait, let's look up here. Look at this. Did you guys replace that, or is that the one the hatch that
That's
was?
the hatch that came on the boat.
Wow, they're really nice, aren't they?
They're old. They're the old Bomar Ocean hatches, or I think
Huh.
they're Oceans.
Wow, that's the
I put-
original.
Yeah.
He replaced the
Latches and
light
stuff, or
I replaced the glass. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I put new Lexan in it. The old one was all crazed and cracking, and
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't compromised structurally, but it looked like crap. So I reglazed those several years
compression
ago.
post. So it's a deck step mast.
Deck step mast, compression post.
Such a cool look.
Together